The universe will not give you what you want. It gives you what you are. The ancients say that what you think you create what you feel. You attract what you imagine. You become your mind. You're going to hold it here, if you see it in here. Perhaps the greatest discovery in all of human history is the fact that you become what you think about most of the time. It starts to be something magical if you say it over and over. All of this happened because of knowing how to apply the secret. You can hold it in your hand if you can see it in your mind. You've probably been sitting there wondering, what is the secret? I'll tell you how I have come to understand it. We're all working with one power, one law. It's attraction. Michael Jackson knew the power of the mind, and he programmed his own to manifest his success. He once said, I look in the mirror and I would say over and over to myself, I'd take a deep breath, put my feet together, raise myself strong like a hero warrior, and I'd say, biggest selling album of all time, and I'd look in my eyes and I'd mean it. Over and over in my mind, I'd say, biggesting album of all time, and I wouldn't accept anything unless it was exactly what I wanted. It's almost impossible to eradicate, but since an idea has taken hold in the brain, you can have, do, or be anything you want. We can have whatever it is that we choose. I don't care how big it is. Your mind will believe whatever you repeat. So give it something worth believing. Because every time you say, I am, you're not describing yourself. You're creating yourself. Your subconscious will then take that as a command. Anything you say with the words I am. Fourth grade, I went in my closet. I said I am going to the India. Anything you invoke with I am. The power of manifestation of what can happen in the universe comes true. Every time you use the word I am, and you say I am weak, I am poor, that's blasphemy because the highest place within you is called I am. I don't want to be anything. I am everything I want to be. I'm already there. Whatever we say is what our life will be. This is why the people that live the most effective lives are always acting as if they're in the future, and the future's perfect, not waiting to get there, right? What kind of a house do you want to live in? Do you want to be a millionaire? What kind of a business do you want to have? Do you want more success? What do you really want? If you emit a frequency of want, what you're telling the universe is that you lack something and you're trying to chase it. If you have a clear intention and can see, smell, hear, and feel it as if it is happening now, you no longer need it. And that is when the universe will mirror your frequency. People often ask, how can I have a goal but also be content with everything I have? I ask them, when you put your destination into your GPS in the car, do you question whether you're going to get there? Or do you just accept that it's inevitable and only concentrate on the next turn? That is how manifestation works. Once you see it clearly and frequently, it's only a matter of when it will happen, not if it will happen. You are attracting into your life everything that's coming into your life, and it's attracted to you by virtue of the images you're holding in your mind. It's what you're thinking. You see whatever is going on in your mind you are attracting to you somewhere within. You are still doubting, still questioning, still waiting for evidence before you fully accept. But the moment you truly surrender, the moment you relax so deeply into the knowing that you no longer care when or how your desire appears, that is the moment it begins to materialize. This is why some people manifest the things they no longer care about. Have you ever noticed that the desires you hold most lightly, the ones you do not obsess over, come with ease? This is because there is no resistance, no mental struggle, no energetic blockage. And that principle can be summed up in 3 simple words. Thoughts become things. You change what you believe. If you change what you expect, you change your dominant thoughts. You change your inner workings. You begin to attract into your life people, circumstances, events, opportunities, everything consistent with your new thought. Sit down, decide what you want, write it on a card, carry the card in your pocket, and read it as often as possible every day. I found if you write a lie on a card and you read it often enough, you're going to start to believe it. Believe, and your belief will actually create the fact. It doesn't matter what's happened in the past. And maybe you may not have a colorful background. You may not have a lot of formal education, and maybe you have, but it really doesn't matter. You're going to find out that you can win If you've got a goal and you're willing to stick to it and study the laws, it feels familiar. I saw it so clearly. I swear to God. I saw it so clearly, so consistently until it's here in reality. So if you spend your time chasing butterflies, they'll fly away. The butterflies will come to you. But if you spend your time making a beautiful garden, you'll still have a beautiful garden. And if they don't, the law of attraction says that like attracts like, very basically put. But we're really talking at a level of thought. Our job as humans is to hold on to the thoughts of what we want. Make it absolute clear in our minds what we want. And from that, we start to invoke one of the greatest laws of the universe, and that's the law of attraction. The reason people are unsuccessful is they think thoughts of unsuccess or failure. Another line which is very, very important says that all causation is mental. We live in a mental universe. All causation is mental. You have to change your mentality if you wish to change your universe. And this brings us to the most important line of all, which is simply this: change your thinking and you change your life. If you change your thinking, you can hold it in your hand. If you can see it in your mind. I want you to see in your mind yourself doing what you really want to do. This is how to manifest anything using the power of affirmations. You take the description of the new you that you wrote up. That new description should include no negatives. It should be in the present tense. It should not say, I am going to become. It should say, I am. I am so happy that I am. And describe everything that you want to be. You're literally building brain cells as you write out this description of you. Those new brain cells hold an image of the new you. Now, this is how the change is made. You use this and you let yourself totally relax. Don't try and relax. Let yourself relax. You let yourself get emotionally involved in this image. And you know that every time you do in a very relaxed state, wham, you just trigger those brain cells. Did you know every time you do that, you're giving more and more energy to those brain cells? And in a relatively short period of time, those ideas will be fixed in your mind. And that's the way you'll live. You start to believe as a reality, because whatever you say to yourself and believe over and over again, you start to walk it and talk it and act it. So what you say is, I am unstoppable. I'm unstoppable. I'm unsto. I don't care what it is. I'm unstoppable. Nothing will stop me. The greatest of all qualities to guarantee success is the absolute willingness to go at anything and refuse to stop until you achieve it. And you know something, the statistics show that 95% of the goals that you set for yourself, you will achieve if you refuse to quit. It'll manifest. The moment they're believing more that it's done than it hasn't arrived. She was wanting to have a baby and get pregnant, one in particular. She had visualized getting pregnant. She had been doing affirmations. She'd been grateful that she was getting pregnant. And she's like, still, I'm not pregnant. Getting pregnant has a lot of resistance around her, and I just knew that for a woman who can't get pregnant, all the other things, so much so that the resistance was outweighing her visualization. I don't want you to visualize that, so I said to her, I want you to visualize holding the baby. That's the end result. I want you to visualize holding the baby. I want you to hear the baby. I want you to feel it in your arms. Wow, pregnant in a month. Wow, and